EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The visitors sideline their head coach. These guys knocked out the 3 seed a week ago and looking to keep things rolling here in the divisional round. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys fresh coming off the bye, ready to prove they are the team to beat in the conference. He's going to have a Ravens first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson going to keep it running right. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. A give here to Mitchell. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 12.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run the counter with Collins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And again, it's Collins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's May. Here's a diving catch right side. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Steelers. First down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, Norris. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 1 yard.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
On the give, this is their fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 11.
Now it's Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Running out of the gun, Collins. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd and 9. Jackson now. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
A 2-yard
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Looking to throw. May. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. From the gun, it's May. Throw left side complete. That's Norris. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Norris. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Norris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. To the air, May. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens.
They'll throw with May. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Yards on the play. And the Steelers 1st down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Leads to 2nd and 8.
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Down and goal to go.
Throwing here is May. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth from 3 yards out. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Jackson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. Well, there was a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, Norris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's May. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
27-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Norris. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. May looking to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First down, Ravens.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Recovered by the Steelers.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. But I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Nate Wiggins on the coverage.
From the gun on third down, it's May. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for Baltimore. First down.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And now here come the Ravens. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd down and 6 now.
Now 2nd and 6.
Collins trying up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well,
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Derek Harmon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. That pass complete to Moore. 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. The Ravens offense back out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
And the Baltimore first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Baltimore.
Now it's Jackson. And Walker has it.
Jackson.
2nd and 7.
To Tez Walker. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Now it's Jackson. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll try to run for it with Collins. And some room to work. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st, they go right back to Collins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. His defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
But we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize, put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 32. And the Ravens first down.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First down, Ravens.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Ravens on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They run over center with Collins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Jackson. Taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. T.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
On for the Ravens field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
On play action, May. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing here is May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Up the middle, Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Steelers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. The Ravens ready to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Out of the gun, this is Collins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Here now a 3rd down at 8.
It's a gain of 4.
Here's Jackson. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. A first down carry here for Johnson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Jets sweep. Here's Tolbert. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll throw with May. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Jackson now. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson connecting with Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now Jackson. They'll get this complete to Collins. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to the 43. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
First down.
Jackson to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Throwing, Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's the option. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Clock at 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Playoff lives at stake. Well, this is a big one. 3rd down.
Wilson on the coverage.
Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. To throw again is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Extra point right down the middle, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.